Ramp. No. What about this way? What is it about this butt boy, man? You never act like this about this butt. You want to smell all the dogs? I'm sorry, we're... No. Should he be in the area he's in the most common areas? No. But I live in the city, and I just won't fight with Galahad if he has to go to bathroom. On where you can go to bathroom. Because everyone I know. Did I clean it up? No, I can't bend over and go back straight up without feeling really dizzy. And it's before 10 a.m. Leave it. I am gonna shape this. Hey, leave it. I am gonna shape it. What he is doing right now into a behavior at some point. Come on. I'm not letting you walk full around. But I do want him trained, and I feel like him walking edges, sometimes he doesn't do it all the time, but walking around a certain, like, I guess you would call perimeter check. I don't know exactly how to do perimeter check, but I do let him walk perimeters of a room if it's not have anyone in it. This is his outside time. That was his outside time. And where I live now, don't have the elevator. Don't have the luxury of having a backyard. So letting him walk around. And also I like that behavior from him. It's not like I said, it's not like he walks the edges of walls all the time. It's not like a behavior that I'm worried about, but him doing it on his own from time to time, I do let happen.
Second floor.
Especially like I said, we don't have a backyard where he can like run around in. At the moment, and with not having a backyard, and him, hey, Galahad, come here. And Sir Galahad, come here. Let me sit. Sit, Galahad. Sit. Good boy. with him liking to walk perimeters of the outside area. I don't mind that behavior. Eventually I will talk to a trainer. Galahad, sit, sit. Eventually, stay. Eventually I will stay. Get, bye. You're gonna see me this way. For right now, because I don't have a backyard, I will let him on his choice, he thinks, but really my choice on when he gets to do it. He doesn't always walk around the perimeter. Perimeter check is a task I don't get heard talk about much. I don't know if a lot of people with PTSD like talk about that task. It's not something I'm like, yeah, I want my dog to be trained for that. No, I wish he didn't have to be, but I just know that there would be times it would be nice for him to have that as a task. When I was gonna go for this program in California, I didn't end up going with the program, and decided to owner train this program. And I'm not mad at them, like, nonprofit, but I didn't end up going with them. And one of their tasks they trained, because they did have dogs for PTSD, was perimeter check. I looked into that. I watched a lot of videos on that. I'm like, that is one of the things I checked off for if I was going to get a dog. It was on the video call. Expect I was going to do a video call. I already sent them videos of where I used to live. I sent them, if you ever, this will probably go on YouTube, depending how long it is. But if you are going with a program, I feel like from what I've heard, this is most programs. The program I was gonna do, first you fill out an application, you get accepted, you have to have all these notes written by psychiatrists, doctors, friends. They even said like a rabbi or whatever if you're religious. Because my dog was going to be mainly for autism, there was the question, if something happened, who would take care of the dog, that kind of stuff. Past that, then I had to send videos. The video was inside of the place I used to live, my backyard, that I used to have, and all that. And that's pretty much when you go. And then after that, I was on the next part for Skype. The Skype part never happened, because if the Skype part happened, then the next part I would have been, they asked me what breeds of dogs, and then they would have looked at their litters that they have and see if any dog would have worked out for me. Then if a dog worked out for me, then you go down for training. And I was going to do that. I'm very happy I did it, because I have to say training your own is such a rewarding experience. If you're not able to train on your own, there's no shame. My cousin got her diabetes dog from a program, and you can train, but she got hers from a program, and her dog is awesome. Really awesome dog. You guys have seen photos of her on here. Really awesome dog. That dog saved my cousin's life more than whatever. If you're able, though, to own or train, I have to say it's a rewarding experience. But people get the misconception that once you get a program dog, it's all good. No, you're still doing training. Even though it's a fully trained service dog, you have to keep up that training. I remember my cousin I think during like homework would be having to check her blood, see what her level was. I remember hearing about her taking so many samples. Like, you're constantly taking samples. She was in middle school, so when you're a teenager and you're any type diabetic, but type 1 is what my family dealt with. Her stuff was changing all the time. So Dice was constantly learning a new scent all the time, which was really awesome. And people think because you got a fully trained service dog, no, you still are keeping up the training. It's just, it is past everything. It is graduated from a service dog school. And the other reason that kept holding me back is, I don't know about all places, but the place that I found wanted me to do a lot of fundraising. And I was coming up with hard ways to do fundraising, and I'm very happy with Galahad. I just want to say that even when we ourselves who have owner trained, say our dogs, our service dogs, we're still keeping up that training. It's not like, oh, Galahad's still in training. But I'm going to say Galahad is a fully trained service dog. Oh, he knows what to do. You still keep up the training. You still make sure your dog is sharp and all that. I do know for some programs, I know the program I was going to do, it was, I believe, weekly, like, video chats just to see how the dog is settling in. And then it was bi-weekly, and then it was bi-monthly. And then it was like every year or something like that. They kept up on the dog. And then I believe on the year mark, would come down to me and make sure that the dog was still up to doing service dog work. That's when you have a program. When you're owner trained, you're constantly keeping that up on yourself. You're constantly doing that evaluation on yourself. So the pros to owner training, everything is on you. When you have a program dog, sometimes they don't want your dog wearing other gear. Even though you can put your dog in other gear, sometimes they don't want it. Sometimes you have to get like full like AFOs. Like, I've heard it's really expensive. Sometimes you have to stay up with certain things that the program says for you to do, and you sign contracts. But then the cons, I feel like, to owner training is you have to do that evaluation yourself. So it's really all falls on you. But when you have a program, they can really say, I think your dog needs to retire. I think most programs let their dogs work until 8. I've seen people who owner train let their dogs go a little bit past that. I think there's reasons why programs do that, but when you have, I feel like, that program saying, hey, that dog needs to retire, I feel like it puts a little load off of you, and it is an uncomfy truth, because with owner training, we are doing the evaluations. I don't know how long this video is. This video is going on YouTube. So I'll keep it long. I'm sorry, anyone watching this on YouTube, that there will be black on both sides. I thought it was going to end up on TikTok. But with owner training, the uncomfy truth is you're doing the evaluations to see if your dog can still do service dog work. You're picking when your dog needs to retire, you're having to find another prospect that will work with your life. Like, I know when Galahad has to retire, and I'm gonna start looking. My mom thinks I'm looking right now. I was looking. I have put the looking for a prospect on the back burner. Would I need do I need a bigger dog? Yeah. Can I afford a bigger dog? Yeah. Can I afford both dogs? Yes. It's just for personal reasons. I don't want to fight, not with my husband at all, but with my parents, and I just don't want that my mom has already shown disapproval. I'm not getting into it though. But eventually I am going to need a bigger dog. So when I look for my next prospect, I'm going to have to look into a dog that is good for mobility, good for living in a city, and all other parts of my disabilities and what would play into an appropriate dog. Yes, I can go down to a dog park. If I go to a dog park and there's other dogs there, I'd wait until they leave. The park that I used to go to during the school week and stuff, and like early in the morning, no one's at the dog parks, so I would let my dog run around. There at my old house, there was a dog park, never used. There was this one like trip that would come around that I noticed. It was like a doggy daycare. There was a bunch of labs. They were really cute. And Galahad and I would leave just because I don't know the dogs. They don't know us. And a lot of the dogs are older. It was really cute though. But when I do go to a dog park or a field, I always make sure that it's just Galahad and I, so Galahad can run around and enjoy himself. He gets along with other dogs. I just, when he's running around and I'm looking at him, I don't want him not to have to worry. Videos, I believe I didn't make them where there's a subscriber only. If I find videos, I'll show you videos. The reason Galahad gets nervous around some dogs that automatically are in his face is because I'll show you guys later on TikTok. You guys will see later. I forgot I wasn't on TikTok because it's easier on TikTok to pause it and stuff. I'm making this video. I didn't know if it was going to work for TikTok or not. So you guys are going to get to see a little bit of everything. People, this video was talking about odor training. The reason I got into talking about odor training was when I was going to get a program dog, one of the tasks I wanted it to learn was perimeter check. I do have PTSD, and that would just be helpful. And there's a lot that goes into that training. It's not just what I showed at the beginning of this video. I believe I showed it at the beginning of this video. You guys will see, and I'll talk about perimeter check. That is not what perimeter check is. I know there's a lot that goes into training perimeter check. It's just, if he, like I also said, we don't have a backyard anymore. And if he wants to walk along the edge, if you notice, I, at one point, directed him, because he was probably going to walk me down the stairs. He likes to go for long walks, and like I said, I don't have a backyard, but I let him walk the perimeters of there. It's not a trained task or anything. There's a lot that goes into that. I will talk to a trainer on how you properly train that. I know that is one of the things. I have seen videos of dogs that are trained to do it, that are service dogs for PTSD. Because when I heard about that, I was like, what is that? Me being curious and having autism, I did a lot of research. So that's it for this video. Please subscribe, please like, and comment the service dog emoji, and the comments, there will be no hate, but comment if you got your dog from a program or if you owner trained. I'm interested. I know people who have gotten their dogs from programs because they can't train on their own. I've known people who have gotten their dogs from programs for all sorts of reasons. So I'm interested if you got your dog from a program or owner trained. Please subscribe, please like, and please comment the emoji I said and what the little question I asked.